ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe.
That's kind of funny looking. Yeah. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another McFarlane Toys action figure review set on the DC Multiverse. Snyder Cuts, Justice League, Aquaman, The Flash, Batman, Superman, and Cyborg. If you're trying your DC Multiverse figures, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
While you're down there, I ask you to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to McFarlane Toys for making this review possible and setting me up with these samples over here to review for you guys. If you want to see the latest from McFarlane Toys, be sure to check the link in the description below. I've been wanting to review these for a minute now. On the side, you can see they all say JL 2021 with their names on the side as well as the movie title. And then on the back, you get a nice poster image of each of the characters, as well as the characters not included in the packaging at the very bottom. And then on this side, it has each of their names. There's not much more on the top aside from JL 2021. And then on the very bottom, you can see all the barcodes if that helps you find these figures out in the wild. All right, let's get to it and crack these things open. And here are the Justice League figures out of the packaging, and there are definitely things that I like over here and some things that I definitely do not like. But first, let's get a closer look at the standard issue accessories. We get the standard issue DC Multiverse stand, and then we get a trading card for each character, and these look pretty good. You got the Batman right over here. I mean, the figure doesn't look like this. It's a different armor, but still looks dope. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now, and there's some specs right there. Here's the trading card for the Flash. I like my trading cards, so trading cards are cool. Trading cards are fun. Read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then we have the Cyborg trading card right here. I like that glowing red. And then on the back right here, there's a read up. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then we also have the Superman trading card. And I did see a blue and red variant out there. I forgot who picked it up. I saw someone pick it up on Instagram, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty sick. And then you have the Momoa, and not looking too bad. And there's a read-up right over there. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. So I opened up the Flash first. This one I was really excited about, and I love these blue translucent effects for the Speed Force. These are awesome. They're not all 100% consistent with each other. You can see this one has less blue than this right here, or teal anyway. But man, I really like how they're sculpted, and I do love how they have this paint fading in and out. So that is just really cool, and they do latch onto the figure fairly well depending on where it is. It doesn't have an exact port like how we'd gotten with a Manipool Flash figure from McFarlane Toys, but you could see that you could get these to kind of wrap around and hang on. And I kind of like this, even though it's not as staple as having an actual port on there. It allows for some more creativity and everything, so I think that's pretty cool, and you'll be able to use it with other figures and stuff. I did one where I latched this onto the back of the head. I don't know, you do what you want with it. I think that's really cool, though. I do like these. So looking at the Ezra Miller head sculpt, I think they actually did a pretty good job with this. Now, I will say I wish the red was a little bit darker and had some shine to it, but I think the sculpt looks really good over here. You can see all that texturing detail, and again, I do like how the face looks right there. Nice skin tone and everything. You get some gold applied to the side of the figure. You can see you get that whole, that was it, like Olympic runner kind of suit that we see throughout with all these wires and stuff. I mean, a little bit more paint detail, a little bit more shine would have been nice, especially on the red, but I still really like how this looks, man. I really like the sculpt quite a bit. So a lot of details over here that make me happy to see. Again, interchangeable hands would have been really dope. I don't like the big old diaper pouches right over here. I mean, look how wide that butt is, but it's very soft. I mean, this looks worse when you have it in a vanilla pose. When you get him running and stuff, this soft material is pliable enough where it allows you to move, you know, the figure around quite a bit. And I'm not going to do full-on individual articulation segments with all of these figures, but I will go over the points of articulation that stand out for me on this. You know what I mean? So you can see how the butt connects right over there. Then it gets a little bit gappy, but I mean, I think it works out pretty well, man. Then the ankles right here work out okay too, you know. I wish there was a little bit more clearance moving upward, but still. And again, all the sculpted detail over here and the paint applications look solid. And then we have Aquaman's Trident over here with this really nice silver painted over it. It feels like it's painted over it. It looks like they probably have some gray mixed in there, but I like it. It looks pretty solid. So yeah, nice detail right over there and everything. So, and he can hold it pretty well. I do recommend heating up the hands though. These hands can get kind of stiff, or at least for the first time getting him to hold it's a little tricky, but you can see he's holding it just fine right there. And then here's looking at the Jason Momoa head sculpt, which I don't like. I don't think this really looks that much like Jason Momoa from the movie. I mean, the eyebrows kind of do, I guess, but really the beard and stuff, I'm just not a big fan of how the hair came out or any of it. Like, this head sculpt is just really my least favorite thing out of all of the figures and accessories that we get with all 5 of them, you know what I mean? I do like how the suit looks, though, you know? This gold and green, and it's a little bit on the sloppy side in some parts right over here, but I still like having that gold wash over the green. It looks really cool, so I do think that looks dope. It kind of has like this ancient worn look to it, which is pretty neat. The shoulder pads are attached at the very top right over here, so they're very soft and pliable. It doesn't really get in the way. I appreciate not having the big old pouchy diaper thing right here, so this looks a little bit more streamlined. Then you can see the nice dark green and everything, and yeah, man, the sculpted details throughout on this is just really impressive. There's a lot going on. I didn't know he had that right above his butt. He had a tramp stamp thing going on right over there. I didn't know that. I knew he had it over the crotch, but over to this side too. Okay, well, hey, you live and you learn. But yeah, this whole copper color looks just really cool to me. I really like it a lot. And then again, right here, you can see the peg holes. And while he doesn't have the big old pouchy diaper, he can still move his legs all the way up. They always keep this crotch material very soft, which is pretty smart. So yeah, they really could have gone smaller with this whole waist piece that we're seeing right here on Flash. Now, Cyborg comes with this little laser cannon dealy, or is it a sonic cannon? I'm trying to remember, but either way, I think it looks really cool. I really like this quite a bit. They have some silver right over the blue right there, really looking dope, man. So very pleased with this silver that we're seeing, and get some black wash mixed in there too. You could go ahead and port this onto his left forearm, so you just want to remove right over there. You can see the plug. Yeah, and getting this ported on is a bit tricky. I did find myself having to heat it up to really get it on there all the way, but yeah, there it goes. With the might of a ShartimusPrime, you can see that I got that on there. So yeah, it looks a bit cooler, man. But yeah, the other hand, it's like a weapon holding hand or something. I don't know what you want him to hold, but it doesn't look too bad. So I really think this looks like Ray Fisher. I think they did nail this head sculpt. I really like it a lot. I really like the paint applications too, and the sculpt. It just looks very clean. This might be my favorite one. I will rank these at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that part. But I really love that silver over there. That looks so sick. And all the sculpted intricate detail. Oh man, this is so badass. I really like how the spine looks right over here. All the little metallic pieces throughout. And they do have the shoulder pad attached to the bicep right here. And again, made out of very soft material. I really like all these kind of like cables and stuff that you're seeing. Then you get the red. You know, I wish it kind of had a smoother fade to it. Looks like it's kind of heavy-handed, you know, the way it's placed there. Or maybe it was a more saturated, vibrant red. It looked more like glowing instead of, you know, like a, I don't know, like a logo or something, you know what I mean? But I do love how the gunmetal gray silver looks. It's more silver, but yeah, man, that part just sticks out to me. I'm a big sucker for that stuff, so I really like that. This crotch piece right here, it's unlike the Flash, it's a little bit small and it kind of moves around a lot and gets gappy just due to the nature of the figure. You can see the Cyborg butt right over there, but man, that looks so dope to me. I don't know what it is. I just really love how this whole rocky silver metallic look, I don't know, I just really dig it, man. It's a combination of it kind of looking organic, but definitely not at the same time. Very few spots where you see flat gray like this, so I do appreciate that. This side looks good. He has a fisted hand on the right side. Man, I really like that a lot. So one thing that really tripped me out that scored points for me was I thought he had no ankle articulation. I was like, oh, that cannot be. That cannot be. And another thing I'm noticing here is that it does have this little bit of brownish hue mixed in here. That makes me really happy to see. That's just, I don't know, adds another layer to it. So yeah, 10 out of 10 on the paint apps for this thing for me. Well, 9 out of 10. This part, yeah. But anyway, you do get the ankle joint. It will move up and down, and it does have ankle pivot in there. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, man. And you can see right here at the bottom of the feet, we do get peg holes. And Superman comes with the DC Multiverse space. I actually included one of those extra black stands when I wasn't supposed to, but yeah, we've seen this one before where it slides right in there, and then you get the clamp that moves up and down. You can close that around Superman. and people get so tribal about the Snyder cut versus the Whedon cut and all that, but I really liked the Whedon cut Superman more so than the Snyder cut Superman. However, my favorite Superman scene was a Snyder shot, so, you know, I gotta give Snyder cut props for that one. But I really like the hair sculpt over here. As far as this face goes, I'm just not really buying it as Henry Cavill right away. I have a little bit of his paint scuff right there that bothers me, but yeah, not the best Henry Cavill head sculpt, I think. You know, that's just not my favorite. And I know Zack Snyder's a huge fan of the silver and black, but you know, I prefer the red and blue. But anyway, looks cool as far as the sculpt goes. You know, can't really complain about that. I wish the silver was maybe a little bit more vibrant. Getting really picky with those colors because there's not a whole lot. You know what I mean? He's mostly all black. I do feel like there is a midnight bluish hue to this cape, by the way. Very soft, rubbery material right there. But yeah, the sculpted detail on all of these is very impressive. I do like that he doesn't have a big pouchy diaper or anything like that. You can see the inside of the arms right over there. I wish we had interchangeable hands with this guy. He has a flat hand and then a fisted hand right there. And then you can see we get the seams coming across the legs and everything. And then you kind of get that midnight bluish color coming right back here with the boots, just a tad. So slight variances like that. It's kind of neat for me. I do like that. And you can move the ankle all around and everything, so that's pretty cool too. And you get peg holes at the bottom of the feet. I have to warn you guys that the Batman I'm showing in this video is actually a Chase variant version. I meant to show off the regular retail version, so my apologies for that. I will show off the regular version later on in a different video. But yeah, it comes with one Batarang. It's a little bit on the warped side, but I do like the way it's sculpted. It has some nice seams in there. And lastly, we have the Batman. Well, it's the Bat Flak anyway, and it looks pretty good. It looks like the mouth and lower face of Ben Affleck a bit. There's something weird going on with this right eye over here. I guess it's the paint placement is a bit odd, so that looks a little bit weird. You can see this nice little textured thing that they have in the neck. The helmet looks really good. And then on the back right here, they also have some nice added detail. And the cape looks really cool over here. Nice texturing and everything, and has a little bits of points, not really, kind of. I wish we had interchangeable capes with this figure, because, you know, Batman with just the cape sinking downward is, you know, we didn't get a lot of Batman in the Snyder cut anyway, you know what I mean? And this is towards the end of the movie, right? But yeah, Batman didn't really do that much. I mean, if you're a big Batman fan, are you super happy with the way Batman didn't do a whole lot in the Snyder cut? I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to get all combative here about the Snyder cut again, you guys, but, you know, I have questions that need to be answered, you know? Were you happy with the Batman in that movie if you really loved the Snyder cut? Really soft, rubbery spikes right over here on the gauntlet, looking pretty cool too, and I do like that there's little touches of wear and everything. Again, I like all the texturing and stuff. I'm a big fan of that. Details, oh man, they make me happy to see. But yeah, legs look really good. You can see all the armored plating and all that stuff. As far as articulation on this guy and most of the figures, you're not getting a lot of movement, you know, moving forward, but you will get more movement at the waist with these. But with this one, it definitely hinders the articulation, or it's a lot hindered more so than the other ones. And then you can see the rest of the legs right over here, and all the armored stuff with the battle damage and everything looks pretty cool, man. So I do like that. Then there's the bat butt, and you get the back of the legs right over there, and you get treads at the bottom of the feet with the peg holes. Now to measure out these figures, you can see Batman is the shortest one, which I don't think is quite accurate, but you can see Batman is standing at about the 7.5 inch mark. Superman, a little bit taller, still around the 7 inch mark. I mean, they're all more or less the same height. It looks like the Momoa one is the tallest one, closest to 8 inches. Then to complete our Justice League collection, you can see I've added the Wonder Woman 1984 movie figure from McFarlane Toys right here, and she fits in nicely, however a bit on the tall side, right, especially next to the Batman right there, which is considerably too short. Then here's our Justice League characters next to the deluxe dark side right here with the variant shirt on, and oh man, still love that thing right over there. And I know this is a weird way to compare these figures, but I wanted to show off the figures that I've been using for my Justice League display so far compared to these DC Multiverse figures right over here. So you can see that we have the Mattel Aquaman movie version right there. I believe this is the is this the Mafex one? This is the Mafex Flash figure. And then we have the Mafex Cyborg, and then we have the Mezco Superman, and we have the Mezco Batman right there. And yeah, man, the Flash right over here, this is the one that stands out, where I really wish they went with a little bit darker red and had some of those silver parts, you know, tricked out with the paint. That would have been really nice to have seen. And then here's the new Justice League figures. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, kind of short for a Batman. Maybe you should have worn hockey. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please show some love to the channel by hitting that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as a notification bell. And a big thanks to all these people over here going the extra mile to support this content via the Tron. If you're in a position to do so and you're interested, check it out. Link in the description below. I post almost daily over there. Anyway, these figures are more or less cool. Like, really, some of them I like a lot, and then some of them I really just don't like as much. And I've gotten used to using the stands. I always try to avoid doing that, but yeah, with the Flash over here, I had to do it. So yeah, I'm ranking the number one, or at the bottom of the list, I am going to give it to the Aquaman figure because I'm just not a big fan of that head sculpt. And then I would give it to the Batman figure just because I feel like it's too short and that torso articulation really bothers me. And then I would give it to the Superman and then Flash, and then number one, I'm giving it to the Cyborg. That's my favorite one out of these five. And I'm curious to know which one you guys think as a favorite. So, you know, as a complete set over here at the price point around $20 per figure, I'm gonna give this arrangement of figures over here a Sun rating of
meh. It's not too bad.
I want to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me over on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Yes, you're the kind of thing I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what the people say. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Can't have one, I gotta get them all. Time to make a trip to the local mall. Oh, yeah.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot in the face. We're shot.